You obviously have known Daniel for a long time.
Yeah.
What do you remember about when you first met him? Like, what stuck out?
Just early on, his approach, he did a really good job of. It was different because Eli was in the room.
Yeah.
So it was like, and I was kind of in a role where I was late in my career, trying to help young guys. But just his approach from day one, asking questions, trying to kind of figure out like what his routine was going to be, and then really copying what Eli was doing. And then, he's done a great job, and he's played for so long now. He's improved that process, and he's really thorough throughout the week.
Mm-hmm. That being thorough, that kind of thing from a quarterback. How it's one of those things that I think you hear people talk about. How important is it? In terms of.
Yeah, I mean, the process is so critical throughout the week. Whether you're watching tape in the meeting room and you find a look. Or maybe his read has to change, or maybe he sees something and brings it up to the staff on his own film study. Hey, I saw this. Maybe we can do that. So when he's studying that much, he can kind of become involved in the game plan, which gives him a little bit more credibility throughout the week. And then whenever the quarterback believes the play's going to work, oftentimes it does. So that's been fun to watch.
The way he is now, and knowing him back then, seeing the start of his routine coming now, does this feel like the realization of what he started from there?
Yeah, I mean, you always knew that within the first week I was with him in New York, how smart he was. He was always asking the right types of questions. And then, just to be able to get back with him here now, like I said earlier, you can see his process has improved even more. And he's so steady. When I was with him, there's ups and downs throughout that season, but his process remains the same, whether it's a win or a loss, which is kind of what you see on Sundays, right? You throw an interception, you throw a touchdown, you bounce right back and play the same way.
Daniel dealt with a lot of pressure in New York, regardless of why it was, but he obviously had a very comfortable pocket on Sunday, and every quarterback operates better in that situation. How much over time, when you can have that kind of reliability on your offensive line, what kind of tools does that take just in terms of how you operate?
Well, I mean, it's great, and a lot of that's being on the same page with the center, making the call, sitting in the blitz meetings throughout the week and communicating with that guy and walkthroughs in practice to where you know where they're going, what your problems are, pre-snap, post-snap, communicating with Bort there. And then, he's got absolute trust, and our guys have done a great job of protecting for him up front. And, when you feel protected, you feel a little bit more confident back there.
When he was on the Pat McAfee show the other day, and he was reminiscing a little bit, he was saying, I know that there's doubts about what I might do here. Not saying you all, but just like the public or whatever. How have you seen him? You talk about him being steady, like just stay steady. Because I hear that, and it sounds easy, but I would imagine in his shoes it's not. So how have you seen him?
Yeah,
just curious.
I think a lot of part of it's definitely his personality. Like he's just, he's just kind of, he's just kind of flat, even keeled. That's just kind of who the guy is. He's got a lot more experience under his belt for, this is his, 7th or 8th year now, so the guy's played in a lot of games. He's, played in that market where, like you said, he took some heat from the fans and from the media, so, but he's gone through that adversity, and it's honestly probably made him tougher and a better player, a better person.
It's kind of interesting. I think his yard per attempt was like 9.4 or something, a great number.
Yeah.
And then, but like he wasn't throwing the ball down the field all day, right? I mean, that's really like a lot of catching rhythm, and what goes into that? Because that's not the usual formula, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's part of it's trusting what you're seeing. Mm-hmm. So you're looking at something pre-snap, you think you're going to get this, post-snap you get that, and it's accelerating through your progressions at a high pace and getting the ball to where it needs to go. So if it's 3rd and short, we got something. We had a couple where we got all the way back to the back on the backside. JT runs for 12 yards on 3rd and 3 or whatever it is, and it's just playing fast and playing with accelerated vision.
Is it a good combination for what you guys have personnel-wise? Because you have receivers, Tyler who can get you yards after the catch, and then you have a guy who sets them up, right? I mean, that has to go hand in hand.
Yeah, there's no doubt. When you're building stuff in the pass game, you can build a lot of pure progression stuff to where it's say, hey, if we do get to 3 and 4, those guys are great with the ball in their hands, like you're saying. So you can't check the ball down. You can't get to the 3rd or 4th guy and feel confident that they're still going to get first down on 3rd down.
Everyone would ideally like to find like a creator quarterback coming in the draft, or to build around like a Mahomes or Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson, but As a coach, like how much does it ease your mind to have a guy that's more like a distributor? Is he's smart, is going to execute what you're asking him to, and spread the ball around a bit. Like how much does that ease your mind going into a game?
I mean, he's an underrated athlete now. Like,
Oh, for sure. Not to take away from that.
Yeah, like there's still a lot of things that he can do with his feet, whether it's run game, short yardage, tight red zone, create a little bit. But like I was saying earlier, it makes the game planning process pretty easy in terms of some pass game stuff. Where if you're detailed throughout the week of why it's in and why we like it, he understands it and he has faith in it. You feel pretty good about him being able to get through the progression based off what the defense is giving him.
You talk about how even Daniel is, but what is it like? Does the edge come out on game day, or when do you see him maybe change a bit? Because he's so even when he scored, I'm like, man, I didn't see any reaction. Like, does he have a pulse out there? So, what is that like when you're coaching a guy when you know it's going to be that even, but also there is that competitive fire there?
Yeah, I mean, it's in there. I mean, he's a tough kid now, and I'm sure it'll show one of these Sundays, whether it's a third down run or something where he'll let loose a little bit. But like I was saying earlier, it's also one of the best traits he has because you know what you're going to get every day.
Does he have that, like, so he's been really physical as a runner in the past. He's obviously had some injuries. Do you guys try and keep him taking care of himself a little bit, or do you just let a guy like that go?
I mean, it's a little bit week to week based off of who we're playing and their scheme, their personnel, who they have. I mean, there's going to be points throughout the season where defense will give us an opportunity for him to use his feet, and I'm sure that'll come. But at the same time, like you said, you're not trying to overdo it. You're trying to protect him a little bit.